What is going on, guys? It's your boy Yaz. We are back here. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful weekend and some time to unwind, relax, recharge, all that good stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there is a lot going on here this week, and this is possibly the most content we've had in this game. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm just trying to recall here. This yeah, it's definitely the most this year, and may even tie all the way back to like last year when we had all the negative zone stuff and all the stuff with Age of Annihilus, and of course as well with the Professor Xavier race also taking place. So yeah, I'd say probably a good chunk of a year. I'd say. So, anyways, let's dive into it. It's gonna be a longer video today, so let me just apologize now in advance, but hopefully you guys are able to get some benefit and some value out of it. So first and foremost, let's quickly talk about the blog in case you guys might have missed it. It was a pretty beefy blog here on Friday, and I do like how they did make that slight correction here on including Battle World Century on May the 5th. So again, today we're going to get the changeover on the Battle Pass, so that will be interesting to see what happens in terms of post-anniversary, what they will be doing and what they'll be putting into the rewards. And of course as well, I think they are kind of switching over to this thought process, right? Where if people are paying, they want to make sure they're kind of getting like an exclusive, an exclusive bonus or an edge, right? That wasn't always apparent in the past, right? And then they've kind of made that apparent now, especially with how the way the Shadow Conclave team is, the exclusivity of the shards and the access to the character shards, right? So tomorrow we will be getting Battle World Century, as well as, and I do like how they didn't even put a time for the Century Battle World, because yeah, it's usually it's usually 2 hours or 3 hours before reset, and I like how they didn't include a time on it, because who knows, right? Maybe it'll be delayed or something, right? But yeah, no, I like how they just kind of kept it blank there. So maybe they are anticipating there might be some hiccups. But we'll also have the Breaker event. Silver Surfer, he's coming finally, right? We'll take a look at his at the requirements later on here. But again, that's coming tomorrow as well. So just kind of get ready, prepare yourselves for that. And of course as well, the following day, right after the Silver Surfer event, is the first Gear Tier 21 leaderboard event. So I don't know yet how I feel about it. I may or may not be participating. Just we'll have to wait and see here. I can't really give you guys a firm stance on where I'm at right now, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. I wish it wasn't just for, I think it was for Helverine or Azazel. We'll scroll down and have a look later. But yeah, no, it's just I wish it was better characters. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. And of course as well, I know people are they're going to be excited, right? There's Gear Tier 21 involved, so why the heck not? So I'm going to definitely have to add that into my my Dark Dimension 9 planner, if you guys have been following along with that. And of course as well, finally, concluding the week is the Mighty Storm Tower. And this is important because there's already an indication, right, that perhaps Mighty Storm will be required for the upcoming Breaker event, and could very well be the reason why people will be able to push higher and higher into the leaderboards, if that is what your priority is. This will be interesting for sure. So it's kind of worth maybe perhaps waiting a few days as well to get her in there, and then it may be smoother instead of pounding your head against the wall. But having said that, let's first see how it is when it goes live tomorrow, and we'll see if there's any hiccups and all that other stuff. They're just talking about some shards here, but again, let's scroll down here. There's also the character increased stats. Overpower is leaving today, and then we should be getting these increased stats on anxiety, panic, and fear and terror characters. I don't want to talk too much about that because yeah, there's all these bonuses and stuff, and I don't like looking at these types of things until we actually get it in game and if it's working. I am very curious if it's going to run smoothly here, but yeah, I'll try to remain optimistic here, and hopefully the game won't crash or anything with all this stuff going on here. We're also going to be able to get the revamp as well on the store, so we should theoretically also have the store overhaul as well. So we'll see what happens if that goes live. That means, what that means for us is the arena, Cosmic Crucible, Blitz, all that's changing over, right? If you guys haven't had a chance already, take a look at the other blog. It's pretty beefy, and there's lots of great infographics already people have posted that are kind of outlining what is going on here. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty big. So again, we're gonna be able to go into the sagas here. We already talked about it. We're not gonna talk too much more about it. I just want to scroll down here with regards to the leaderboard event, so you guys can see it here. Who the heck was it? I'm trying to remember now. So Azazel and Helverine, spend power cores, spend energy. Yeah, upgraded character to tier 21. So this is where I was alluding to before, where it may be potentially beneficial to save, gearing your characters up to tier 21, right? Specifically for events like this, right, where you can get a little bit of an edge by saving your materials. Like I said, I'm gonna see where we sit here. I'm gonna see where the inputs are, and I'm gonna see if it's worth it or not. And we have to also see how much materials they're rewarding us. But yeah, Terra credits. There's gonna be T3 ions, and then there's gonna be, of course, the tier 21 material. Also keep in mind, there's also looks like this executioner. Where was that? Executioner orbs or something? Upgrade character to gear 21. Earn execution and diamond orbs. Oh, it's just diamond orbs. Crap. I thought it was something else. I thought we were going to be able to get orbs on him. Okay, never mind. Scratch what I just said there. Never mind. I thought we were going to be able to get some other stuff here. Other than that, yeah, like I said, that's kind of it in a nutshell. Again, don't worry too much on the Scourge right now. We're going to maybe take our time with it. Yeah, it just talks about his event. And actually, you know what? Let's quickly just dive into the his table here from last week as well. So, I mean, again, this has been floating around for quite a bit. And, I mean, obviously, people kind of know by now the restrictions on it. But in case you guys may have missed it, yeah, it's going to require basically, the first difficulty. No one's going to have issues. They're going to probably run Fantastic Four, Brimstone. Whatever big, right? Whatever big team they have, and just throw it in there and smash it, right? I don't think that's going to be an issue. I may even just do that just to kind of see how the nodes are, just to kind of see what the problematic people are, and you can kind of just gauge from there. But secondly, the second difficulty, I think this is probably going to be where about, I would say more than 50% or people are going to be kind of, on the fence about, right? Whether they're going to be pushed for difficulty 2 or pushed for 3. Kind of like with Thunderstrike Sagas, where there was a big difference, right, between people that were pushing for all the rewards, and then there was a huge gap where people couldn't even get to the 7 red, right? And I feel like this is going to be a very similar situation here, depending on people's resources. So difficulty 2, we're going to have hero, which shouldn't be an issue because there's lots of great heroes. Non-mutant legendaries, again, lots of great non-mutant legendaries, and best buddies is also a nice caveat there because we would have had them built up. And mutant, I mean, mutant's a very broad category, but they didn't, case off mythics or legendaries. So Apocalypse, we've got Old Man Logan, and of course the Old Man Logan trials as well here would have given some people some early unlocks. So there's not really, I can't see it being too crazy, unless you didn't build mutants up, which is unfortunate, right? But even if you didn't build mutants up, I still have this strange feeling that if you have Old Man Logan and you just slot in like 4 losers, I feel like Old Man Logan will help, cruise through it. And at least that will be my game plan on my baby account. I don't have too many mutants built up, but I do have a feeling, like I said, Old Man Logan, if you've got him built up enough, and you've got him like tier 15, tier 16, or, level 90, I feel like he's going to cruise through it. And of course, it always depends on the mods and whatever you slap on there. So Bio is going to be Fantastic Four. There's Annihilators. There's a bunch you can use there. But yeah, I don't think, like I said, I think those ones are going to be pretty straightforward. And then difficulty 3 and difficulty 4 is where it starts getting a little bit more, like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone's got all these guys built up, and there's a vast majority of people will be stuck on 3. But I, for myself, haven't started building Daring Warriors yet, and I may do that today. I may do that tomorrow. I'm still deciding on it right now. But again, no requirements for the first mission, which is good because you can build up certain abilities, maybe get them up, get them cooled down, get them ready to rumble. And then, of course, Daring Warriors or / Shadow Conclave. The vast majority of people don't have Shadow Conclave unlocked free to play, so you can kiss that one goodbye. And of course, as well, slapping the Daring Warriors on mission 2 is a pretty big kick in the balls. So I would say if they wanted to be nice, they should have slapped this on like mission 5 or something. And then maybe like 5, 8, and 10 or something. I don't know. Yeah, just give people a little bit earlier points and access. But of course, they didn't want people, smashing all the points and then doing those those quick, quick trick ones where you can slap all the milestones and maybe just get an early unlock. They didn't want that, so obviously you can see here they want to prevent that. So we'll see what the limiter here is. Non-immune legendaries again. We won't have access to the legendary component, but still lots of great non-immunes. Or sorry, lots of other characters besides non-mutant legendaries, and of course the best buddies is there as well. So I mean that's great. X-Men again, we're a little bit more limited, but X-Men still includes Old Man Logan. So I mean, lots of other great X-Men characters as well here. There's Phoenix. There's I believe I'm just trying to think here at the top of my head here. There's a bunch. There's a bunch you can use here, but obviously Extreme X-Men, Immortals, Exalted. I guess once they eventually get there, I think Exalted will be X-Men. I'm not 100% sure yet. They don't have the X-Men tag, but they have Exalted X-Men on there. So I feel like for the most part they should be in there, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. And then of course symbiotes. Yeah, that's gonna be a big limiter for sure. Like I said, I think newer accounts, maybe mid accounts, probably don't have symbiotes built up, but for all the veterans, right? All the veterans that ran the Hive Mind raids, they're gonna have some shape or form of the symbiotes, and it's also hard because we're supposedly gonna have this symbiote 6 team that's coming up, so it would have been nice to know like who's coming. So that's interesting. We'll see. We'll have to see here, but we're gonna do some testing here for you guys here, and I'll try my best here to use some reasonable options here and just not like obviously make sure they're still within reason. But yeah, will definitely be interesting to see what people come up with. And there's always, this sort of stuff. I love this stuff. I love theory crafting, and I love kind of doing all this. So this will be fun for me for sure. But yeah, like I said, just kind of prepare now if you haven't already. And if you're not, if you want to wait and see first, no worries. I can do your testing for you guys if you guys are, wanting to make sure you're watching other content creators, you're watching other people first before you make a move. That's great. We have 2 weeks on this guy, so we do have a bit of time here, so don't rush into it. That's my best advice there. And apologies, I guess it got a little bit long-winded here, but yeah, that's all I want to say about that for now. And apologies again, this video is going to be a bit of a lengthier one, so I'll just be brief here. Before the reset, again, we've got Age of Fear coming, switching over on the Battle Pass like I already said, but also keep in mind, guys, this will be the last time we have the Blitz Orb and the Red Star Orbs that will be awarding the gold component, so make sure you guys get those hits on and collect all the rewards before she's gone forever, before the economy shift. And of course as well, Twitch. Make sure you're collecting everything there. There is 10 shards of Executioner to be grabbed. I've collected mine already. I missed High Evolutionary the week before, so don't be an idiot like and miss that. And yeah, other than that, I think that's kind of all I really want to say about that. But yeah, like I said, just make sure you guys are collecting everything. And oh, actually, on that note as well here, with regards to the reset, just make sure you guys are collecting all the goodies and stuff out of the command center as well, with the Annihilation Saga also coming to a close here. There's some goodies right at the end there that I was able to kind of get. So just make sure you guys collect that. Lots of gold, lots of training materials. It all adds up, and it's gonna help us with the next chapter, or age, I guess. Last and final thing I'll leave you guys with here is the data mines with regards to the Mighty Tower, which will be for Storm Mighty. That's going to be coming on Friday here, and just kind of giving you guys a quick heads up in case you guys might have missed it. Again, we had data mines. Thank you to the data miners, as always, boys. Thank you so much for doing the work for us. So for this one, it looks like Node 1's not going to have any restrictions, which is very similar to the Scourges. And then, of course, as well, when you go into Node 2, that's going to require basically global. Lots of options we can use here. Brimstone, Winter Guard. Oh, gosh, yeah, you name it. Hellfire. Lots of different options here, and I think it gives people a little bit of flexibility. And, again, they kept it very simple here. Hero, Cosmic, same thing. I mean, the team that fits in my head right out the get-go is Fantastic Four. You can also use Starjammers if people have built up Starjammers for for Cosmic Crucible. It should also be fairly straightforward as well. Node 4 is going to require Mutant again. Yeah, I know, self-explanatory Mutant. It doesn't look like there's any restrictions on the legendary component as well. So bring your Apocalypse, bring your Old Man Logan, bring your Shadow King. You're going to absolutely wreck those nodes. 5 is going to be Global Hero, City Hero. So again, sticking around that synopsis of Brimstone. We've also got access to Vigilantes, or maybe a combination of the two if you don't have the teams, but should be fairly straightforward. And again, I do like how they give a little bit more flexibility here, leaving it up to you whether you want to do City or Hero. So that's, or sorry, excuse me, City or Global. I think that's kind of nice. Last and final section of the first week is Villain Mutant. The ones that come off the top of my head here would be like your Hellfire team, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost. A bunch of ones you can use there. We'll see here. LDS. Wait, she's global. Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter. She's global, but yeah, she's also a Villain Mutant. There's a bunch. There's a bunch you can use there. But yeah, I think for the veterans, this shouldn't be hard. It's for the newer, probably mid-game players where I feel like they're going to struggle a bit here, depending on if their roster isn't as wide. But we'll see how that goes here when it does go live. And again, I only have the first week's data mines here for the nodes. I do have the other set, but yeah, there's no point in talking about it for now. I mean, I'll do that later on in the week as we kind of get closer towards the end of the end of the week here, and as we kind of get ready after week 1. But yeah, it won't really matter too much right now, like I said. Other than that, guys, apologies again. Apologies for the long video. Hopefully this is beneficial. Hopefully you guys are able to get some value out of it. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing goes too crazy. And again, I just want to say thank you for tuning in as always, and have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one.